Dubious ones, welcome back. We have some new confirmations, looks like, from the most recent trailer. But before we get to that, make sure you give me a sub down below to get your entry into my giveaway for one of 3 copies of WWE 2k24, as I will be giving those away if we hit 2,000 subscribers by the time this game launches on March the 8th. And if we hit 3,000 subscribers, they will be 3 copies of the 40 Years of WrestleMania edition. But let's get into the video here. What you'll notice from this gameplay trailer that we just got out of the showcase mode, something a little special. A match type from WrestleMania 17. Why is this WrestleMania X7 match special between The Rock and Steve Austin? I'll tell you why. Because you can't do this showcase match without the finish of the match involving one Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Vince McMahon is all over the finish of this match. If they're going to cut away to the finish of the match and they're going to cut to real life footage and everything else, it's all about Austin siding with McMahon. And if Vince McMahon is still in this game, as again we were told before, we're getting 21 showcase matches. Well, then that leads us to another few things here. So first of all, these are our confirmed showcase matches right here. So we've got 18 so far confirmed. And out of these matches, credit to Game Rant here for the confirmed matches that we have so far. So we have the Intercontinental Championship match from WrestleMania 3 between Randy Savage and Steamboat. Hulk Hogan and Andre from WrestleMania 3. Warrior versus Rick Rude from WrestleMania 5. Savage versus Hogan WrestleMania 5. The Intercontinental Championship match, the Intercontinental Champion Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan WWF Champion WrestleMania 6. Intercontinental Championship match between Roddy Piper and Bret Hart from WrestleMania 8. We've got the ladder match between Razor and Shawn from WrestleMania 10. And we get to the submission match between Bret Hart and Steve Austin. Now, what was special about that match? We know that there was a special guest referee in that match. And what's a returning mode that we're getting in 2K24? We're getting the return of the special guest referee match. Who is the special guest referee in this submission match? If they want accuracy, it was one Ken Shamrock. So I think we're going to be getting Ken Shamrock in this game as a special guest referee for that match. Now let's move on. We have a no DQ match for the WWF Championship between The Rock and Steve Austin from WrestleMania 17. Again, what was the finish to that match? It was Austin siding with Vince and going heel, and it was the whole chair shot, everything else. Vince McMahon's all over the finish of that match, whether you're cutting to real life footage or not. I mean, I don't know how you do that showcase match without Vince McMahon being in the game. So this is why I don't think he was removed if they've kept this showcase match in the game. Now we also have the WWE Championship match. Eddie Guerrero, Kurt Angle from WrestleMania 20. Shawn Michaels and Taker from WrestleMania 25. Orton and Rollins from WrestleMania 31. Triple threat match for the WWE Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships. Charlotte Flair, Ronda Rousey, and Becky Lynch from WrestleMania 35. This again confirming that Ronda Rousey is going to be in the game. We get the Firefly Funhouse match between The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, and John Cena from WrestleMania 36. No Holds Barred between Kevin Owens and Steve Austin from WrestleMania 38. The Women's Championship match between Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley from Night 1 on WrestleMania 39. We get the Raw Women's Championship match between Bianca Belair and Asuka from WrestleMania 39, Night 2. And the Undisputed Championship match between Roman and Cody from WrestleMania 39, Night 2. So, according to SmackDown Hotel, we have 3 showcase matches left that have yet to be confirmed. Some speculation points are going towards Hulk Hogan and Mr. T versus Roddy Piper and Paul Orndorff with Muhammad Ali as the special guest referee from WrestleMania 1. Again, this would make sense, tying into the special guest referee. We've seen Muhammad Ali is in the game, so that is definitely a possibility for sure. Kane versus Triple H from WrestleMania 15. I don't know where they're getting this from. I don't see that happening. I don't see it being big enough. I don't think it's there. But Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 21, I can almost guarantee you is confirmed because look at this. This was the attire Shawn Michaels was wearing at WrestleMania 21 against Kurt Angle. The black with the red cross, and this is from the other gameplay trailer we saw of Shawn Michaels right here. This is the attire that Shawn Michaels has in this game. It is the WrestleMania 21 attire. That's what he's wearing right here in his entrance. This is his WrestleMania 21 attire against Kurt Angle. This is what we're seeing in this footage. This is what we see right here. You can see it right there. It is exactly this attire. So I can pretty much about 99% confirm that we are getting the Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 21. I don't think we're seeing Triple H and Kane. Who are we missing? If it's not Triple H and Kane, who was on the box art? Why would he be on the box art if he's not in any of the showcases? For the 40 Years of WrestleMania edition, you saw him. He's been removed. You've seen John Cena take his place. That's one Brock Lesnar. If they are doing Rock versus Austin, I don't see any way they can do that in the showcase with the split screen back and forth with the real life footage without having Vince McMahon in it at all. I don't see how you do that. So if you have Vince McMahon footage in the game and you have him in the game, there's no way they're taking out Brock Lesnar. If Vince is still in, Brock is still in. Take that to the bank. If they somehow blur him out or do something weird, it's possible. But if they had 21 showcase matches, the Brock stuff only recently came out. This game's late in development. They wouldn't have come up with a new showcase match on the spot. And what's the showcase match? I can see, obvious them not promoting it. They're no longer promoting Brock Lesnar for the game as they've removed him from the box art. So I can see them not promoting him at all. But I can almost guarantee you the Brock beating Undertaker's WrestleMania streak in a 40 years of WrestleMania showcase, you have to have that match in there. Whether you're getting two Brock matches, if you get like say a Brock and Kurt Angle from WrestleMania 19, as well as Brock beating the streak, or Brock beating the streak and one of the Brock and Reigns matches, because Reigns only has one match in the showcase mode. I could see either of those going in, but there's no way I see the showcase, when the game's not being delayed, not having had one Brock Lesnar match in the entire 21 showcase matches that they initially announced, because the Brock stuff only came out about it right around the Royal Rumble. At that point, they'd already announced 21 showcase matches. They've still announced it in the trailer, as we saw here. As you'll see in the trailer, 21 matches still being announced. So 100%, I think my tune has changed because we see Austin and Rock at WrestleMania X7, and you cannot do that match without Vince McMahon. And if Vince McMahon is still in this game, I think Brock Lesnar is too. Sound off in the comments down below. Am I right? Am I crazy? To me, I mean, again, you have X7 in there. You have Vince McMahon in there. Brock, to me, is a lock at this point, and you will see the match with The Undertaker where he defeats the streak. For me, it's easy money. That is going to still be in this game. My hopes are we get Ken Shamrock, because we are getting Austin versus, where is it here? We're getting Austin versus Brett. Is it earlier on or is it after this? I believe right here. So we get Austin and Brett in the submission match. And guess what? The special guest referee in that match, in this match right here, this WrestleMania match, is Ken Shamrock. So my fingers are crossed that he is in the game. It only makes sense since we have the special guest referee mode returning. It's a big match returning. It makes sense to have him in there. Do we get that WrestleMania 1 match with Muhammad Ali as the special guest ref? That's a tie-in as well, so I could see that match being in there. But again, and with WrestleMania 21 with Shawn and Kurt Angle, that to me is a lock just based on the attire we've seen with Shawn Michaels already in the game. So that leaves one spot open. And if it's one spot open, to me it's going Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, the streak. They do not promote it. We do not hear anything about it until we actually have the game in our hands and we see Brock is still in the game. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments down below. Let me know your thoughts. But I just had to get this one out to you guys because it makes no sense to me. Here you see you got the Kurt Angle. You got the Kurt Angle, Shawn Michaels attire. That match to me is a lock. Leaves you two left. Muhammad Ali is in the game. I can see it being, as SmackDown Hotel hypothesized, it being, the Paul Orndorff, the tag match that had him as the special guest referee, which leaves us only one match left. And I don't think it's going to be Kane versus Triple H. I'm sorry, but Brock Lesnar versus defeating the Streak is bigger than that. Rock and Hogan is bigger than that. Rock and Cena is bigger than that. So there's a lot of questionable what choices they made for the matches in this. But I don't see how you do a WrestleMania mode and you don't have the Streak represented, like The Undertaker losing the Streak. It's one of the biggest moments in WrestleMania history. So I just don't see how you don't have that in there. Anyways, dubious ones. Like I said, if we hit 2,000 subs by launch day, 3 copies of the game are going out to you guys. If we hit 3,000 subscribers, it's going to be the 40 Years of WrestleMania edition. Picked at random. Any of you subscribing have a chance. So make sure you sub to the channel, and we'll catch you in the next one. Deuces.